NBC7's Dave Summers has just arrived to where all the action is. Dave, I know you just got there, but give us what you can on what you know so far.
Sure, we're on State Route 94 and you're looking at a southerly direction. Now we have fire on the west side of 94 that's burning up all of this very dry brush. It's waist deep brush here, so it's going up pretty quickly. But because we have winds about 14 miles an hour that are driving east, we also have fire on the east side of 94 and up this hill. What very much concerns firefighters, of course, is the wind. And as you can see, we have a lot of power lines here also. So we have a ground crew down here trying to dig a fire break around it to stop it from going any further north. But the way the wind is going, they may get a break. They may be able to get that dug in there before it comes this far. Now, at this hour, sheriff's deputies are going door to door to help evacuate residents. It's a scarce population out here, but a CAL FIRE spokesman told me several 911 callers reported their homes were surrounded by fire. Firefighters are concerned if the rate of spread continues, there will be a lot more evacuations. Those living east of Potrero Road are now being asked to evacuate. Their evacuation point is Potrero County Park. We're at Barrett Smith Road, right on the 94. That's where we're at, and as you can see, this is the scene. At last check, the fire was 300 plus acres and there were 4 structures burned. That number may have increased. It is spreading, like I say, at a rapid rate eastward. The temperature is nearly 100 degrees here, but it's that wind that I was talking about that's making things so very difficult. 14-mile-an-hour winds, gusts sometimes actually rocking the trucks out here. There's a large perimeter surrounding the evacuation area. CAL FIRE says they are not exactly sure how many structures or people that might be in harm's way. Now, the other evacuation station is Jamul Casino at State Route 94. We passed it coming in. We saw the tent shelters set up there. There are multiple helicopters working this fire. CAL FIRE Sheriff's Department are both contributing. The large SDG&E air crane is making drops. CAL FIRE says it has one big DC-10 air tanker on its way, and we actually saw it in the horizon on our way here. Just be aware if you're out here in this area that you're gonna see large smoke plumes. You might be breathing that in as well. Also be aware that State Route 94 is closed at Bowman Road. It's closed both ways. So if you're out this direction, 5 miles in the road is blocked off. So you're going to be in a traffic jam for a long time if you're trying to get through this area. Reporting live in Del Zero, I'm Dave Summers, NBC7.
Gosh, Dave, it's not often that we are right there on the front lines with our camera, being able to see the backfires being set, being able to see the trenches that they're digging. But this really gives us such a good sense of how much difficult work is being done out there in those really tough conditions.
Well, yeah, without a doubt. And we're safe. We're trying to keep our vehicle and everything in front of the fire trucks. So we're not going to be in any danger at this point. But I can tell you we have moved 3 times on this road back north because that fire just keeps inching its back here. Fire trucks. So, these guys are as busy as they can be, but they have as much apparatus and personnel here to make sure, to try to stop all this burn and obviously structured fires.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. And thanks to those crews out there for what they're doing as well. We'll check back in with you, Dave. Thanks.
Yeah. NBC7's Dave Summers is at the scene. Dave, good afternoon.
So, hi guys. We are what would be the west side of State Route 94, and what you can see down here is the corridor in which this has burned and continues to burn. And it actually crossed onto the east side, and you can see it burning up there on top of that hill. Firefighters, of course, battling these 14-mile-an-hour winds, but they're also having this issue. I mean, this was grass. It breaks apart just like straw. It is so very dry out here. Everything's dry out here. The bushes dry, everything. It's 100 degrees. As I said, we have 14-mile-an-hour winds, and this is what's happening. The wind is actually pushing this east, and that's what firefighters are most concerned about. Now, we're being told that the CAL FIRE spokesman told us 911 callers, several of them reported their homes were surrounded by fire. Firefighters are concerned if the rate of spread continues, there'll be a lot more evacuations. We're just kind of watching our step here a little bit. The Potrero Road evacuation station is County Park. So we're at Barrelsmith Road near 90, right on the 94, as I said, and it's just, you know, all of this high grass and fire and everything going east. Firefighters, of course, are back in here. They've already cut a break down here as well. The temperature is just crazy out here, so it's got to be very tough on them. There's a large perimeter surrounding the evacuation area. CAL FIRE says they're not sure exactly how many structures or how many people, but so far we're being told it is 300 acres and at least 4 structures. That number has probably gone up. Reporting live from Del Zura, I'm Dave Summers, NBC 7.
And Dave, in fact, it has, and the officials just released an estimate saying that it is now at 1,400 acres, and probably no big surprise based on what you have seen out there. We see some of these firefighters who were working in 100-degree plus temperatures. That's even before being in proximity to the fire, and that turnout gear. Do we have any idea now? Obviously, we don't know containment. It's way too early. Any idea how many resources are allotted to this fire? How many firefighters they may have there on the scene? And we know some are in the air as well.
So we haven't been told the number exactly, but it is all hands on deck for sure. They're getting a lot of mutual aid here. We've seen at least 100 firefighters in and out of this area right here, and of course it's burning east, and so surely there's hundreds more that direction as well. We do know that the Sheriff's Department, as well as CAL FIRE, has helicopters in the air. We know the Sky Crane from SDG&E is up. We also know that they brought in a DC-10, you know, those big air tankers. That's here too, and that's dropping fire retardant along these cliffs just to try to contain it as best it can.
Dave,
we're just keeping our eye open because this is moving a little bit by the fire break, and they're obviously getting a 2-inch hose down here because they want to get that out of control before it starts heading north. So anyway, keep going, we're fine. We're watching it.
It is just extreme work for those crews. We definitely want you to be careful out there as well. We're hearing between 6 and 7 different aircraft. You mentioned the DC-10. I know that the 94 has been closed in both directions there. What do you know about evacuations? Do you have any updates on that process? I know sheriff's officers were going door to door.
So, Eric, we're moving this way. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so we're just kind of keeping our eye on it. So evacuations, they're not positive how many or how many structures, but they are absolutely going door to door and knocking, trying to get people out of harm's way. I see it. We're just going to move back up to the 94 because it's coming pretty fast. We're going.
Okay. We appreciate it, Dave.
So,
you get
hey,
into
Eric,
a
I'll
safe
drive.
situation and we'll check back in with you.
Okay. Also,
You still with us?
Dave Summers joins us live with all of the information. And Dave, if I'm not mistaken, this is the 4th time you all have had to move to escape the path of the fire.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes it was just small increments, 20, 30 feet. But this, we tried to come around on the 94, heading east to get to the tip of the spear, which is Round Potrero Road. And what firefighters are now very concerned about is that community over there. It's a master plan community. And as you can see behind me, the fire is heading exactly that direction. You see how it's following this eastern ridge? It's kind of going northeast. And it is a lot of fire, a lot of dry debris and brush and smoke. And what we're being told so far is Potrero is really experiencing more smoke than anything, no fire. But as you know, there have been evacuations just east of Round Potrero Road and evacuations in a number of places. I did want to get to that and just remind folks that the evacuations stations are Jamul Casino, Campo Road Elementary, and Buckman Springs Road. The road closures are east and westbound State Route 94 between Forest Gate Road and Otay Lakes Road, Tecate, Port of Entry, Barrett School Road between State Route 90 or off of State Route 94, or rather between State Route 94. I'm sorry. What we're experiencing really are we're seeing people and cars kind of getting back to this location, getting back past us and more toward Potrero. I'm not quite sure if they're trying to get down this road. I wonder if you could walk with us just a second. I want to see if I can talk to Ian Ian, whose house is actually, he was told to evacuate. Okay, Ian, thanks. What Ian's concerned about, of course, right now is his father, because his father headed back toward the house and he can't be sure where he is. He's kind of stuck here with 2 trucks. So we're going to monitor that, and we're going to try to help him out as best we can.
Dave Summers joins us now with all of the latest information. Dave.
Yeah, Mark and Catherine, we are on our way to Potrero. This is 94 East, it's right over that ridge back there. When we ran into some drama for sure. Ian and his father Ron had gotten separated. Their house is just over this bend here, down in the canyon a little bit. Ian was up here. His father Ron went back down to try to salvage something if he could. He did manage to get the neighbor's horses out and the dog, but it was very scary there for a while. But as it turns out, Ron is 83 years old and tougher than any of us up here, and made his way back. He's just fine. I want to introduce you to Ian and Ron. They've been through a lot today for sure. They've been living out here for over 20 years. They built on the property, and right now it is in jeopardy. Ian, what do we know?
Well, right now we're watching our homes just burn up. Everything we worked for is gone, basically. This is 20 years in the making that we've been doing this and living out here. And my father bought this property and developed it with his own bare hands. And I came out here with other family members and helped out as well. And we decided to call this our home and our little utopia out here in Potrero.
Yeah, no, I understand you haven't seen it yet, so there's still hope, Ron,
Yeah,
right? You were
correct.
down there. What did you see while you were down
I
there?
saw-
And shouldn't have been.
I always am willing to take that chance. Well, I saw a trailer blow up, a small trailer that we use for storage. I saw that blow up because of the propane bottles. And another garage went up. The house seems to be in danger, but I haven't been down there.
I know you were able to save the horses, but you're concerned about the dog?
The neighbor's dog. I was really worried about the neighbor's dog because I couldn't find him.
Yeah.
I have my dogs in the car.
Well.
And then I let their horses out, which was very important. The horses need a place to go.
Right. Well, hopefully they took him with him, right?
That's what I'm hoping.
All right,
Sure.
all right. Thank you, Ron. Ian, we're wishing them both the best. We're going to try to help them get over to the evacuation site, Mark and Catherine. They have this red truck right here. Unfortunately, I have a classical education and I can drive a stick, so I'm going to drive that, and we're all going to caravan over to the evacuation station and certainly try to talk to some people there. We're live in Del Zura. I'm Dave Summers, NBC7.
All right, Dave. Oh, gosh, our hearts go out to them, and we're hoping for the best, too. So please keep us posted.